What was I going to say? You know, it's had something to do with pizza, for sure. But I don't remember what it had to do with pizza. But anyways, we're here. Well, I'm here and you're over there. And, hey-oh.
Yep, Marcy burp.
Sometimes you just get in the mood for pizza. And so you just want to eat a pizza. And sometimes you get in the mood for Fender. And you just want a Fender and a Fender and a Fender. You know what I mean?
We tried Fender, and a Fender, and a Fender.
But that was one too many Fenders.
But you know what? The Lord intervened. Welcome to Rotator Party.
The pedal. The party pedal.
Welcome to Rotator. The pedal party. That's our intro. I'm Chance.
I'm Kogan.
And this week we're keeping it simple.
We are keeping it simple. So, sometimes we do pedals that have 4 knobs, 5 knobs, 3 knobs. But this switches. Oh, don't even get me started on the switches.
So many switches.
But this week we've got a very special pedal that has 2 knobs.
2 knobs.
And it's called the 2-knob.
It's called the tune-up.
The tune-up pedal. It actually makes your guitar sound like a tuba tuna.
A tuba tuna.
Tuba tuna.
A tubna.
Tubna.
It's the Emerson M Drive.
Do you think M stands for Emerson Drive?
I think it stands for transparent.
Oh,
drive.
Okay. Oh, it even says it on the transparent overdrive.
Mm-hmm. Nah, nice. It probably stands for Emerson Drive. But this is an Oklahoma company, right?
I believe so. I think up in Tulsa, maybe.
This is just another one of those.
This is one of those times where I refuse to look things up on the internet.
I feel like if I'm going to say it's Oklahomies,
then we should know. Because
I swear it's either Tulsa or Edmond, maybe.
Oh, maybe Edmond. That'd be cool. So while you're looking that up, we've got it's white and gold, which is cool. This would pair well with a White Falcon, if you've got one of those laying around the house. And
oh, wow. Yes, it would.
It's got a volume and a gain and a switch and one of these nice, I don't know what these LED lights are called, but I like them. They're like the nice lights.
They're
they got the enclosure thing.
What am I trying to say when fancy. You can textured?
Yeah, they're textured.
Nice. It's like you can feel it.
And when you turn it on, it turns blue.
Blue, da-ba-dee-da-ba-dee.
Oh, you know what we didn't get into?
What's that?
The rig that we're using today. Because we've been, how many hours have we spent?
Well,
if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah. That's what I've learned.
We tried to do a fancy stereo thing because that was fun, and then we were going to do some stereo pedal stuff, blah, blah, blah. And then it's like the gods opened up from the tone gods, no, the rock and roll gods opened up from the clouds, and we're like, Robert Plant didn't do that. Robert Plant? Jimmy Page.
Robert Plant was in the band.
I said the wrong thing.
He could play a guitar.
I am cutting that out because...
But I don't think he was known for it.
I'm cutting that out. I will be crucified.
So anyways...
we tried to go stereo, and it didn't work. And so we're just... Guess what?
So we're...
straightforward.
Wah, wah, wah. We have to use a 1964 Bandmaster.
The cleanest and also the only fully functional old Fender that I own right now.
And then that's going into a Marshall 212.
Yep, with straight old, nothing fancy Marshall 212.
Closed back with G12T75s. Mm-hmm. Nice.
Mic'd up with a Sennheiser MD421 2.
Perfect. And then I'm playing this fancy schmancy Blacktop Telecaster. Fender Blacktop Tele. It is a 2011. It is black. Hence the name. They even put an ebony or they don't call them ebony, rosewood fretboard on them.
Mm.
It's got 2 humbuggies in it. I have no idea. I don't know anything about these.
I bet they're just stock Fender
humbuckers, yeah. And 3-way switch, just like a Tele would.
Oh, yeah. Well, one black Fender was not enough. I have my 95 black Strat special that I've put Sumerian Cobalt noiseless pickups in. And, yeah, we're running into that Bandmaster. Love that amp. Haven't had it on the show in a while. I'll also just say right quick, Broken Arrow. So, yeah,
Broken Arrow.
Basically Tulsa.
Nice. What's up, Emerson? How's it going? This is your moment in the spotlight on our podcast.
Yeah, it's not the fact that they're on every other worship
some
guitar
people
player's
listen
board.
to.
All right, I'll give you some clean Stratocaster tones right quick in the bridge position.
That sounds pretty good.
Sounds pretty good. And let's just hear this thing at noon. Volume and gain.
At noon.
I'm feeling like there's some really full spectrum.
Yeah.
The low end is for sure being boosted.
Yeah. That sounds pretty good.
I like that a lot, actually.
It doesn't seem so transparent overdrive means it's supposed to just sound like your amp louder, right?
Sure. Or at least your guitar smacking it harder or something.
Gotcha. Well, that's what it sounds like. It doesn't sound like a different amp.
No. Pretty transparent. Let's get that clean tone from that Blacktop Tele.
Sounds like humbuckers.
You got to turn your knobs up, Kogan.
Sorry. This is also, by the way, this guitar belongs to
The Jared.
Thank you, Jared, for letting us use this. I'm going to ask you if we can whenever we get done with this episode. There we go. That's full volume.
Yeah.
Wow. I barely moved that. That was like right here. And then here's all the way up. Oh, no. The knob moved without. Okay. I feel like this is going to be magic with this one.
Boom.
With the pedal on. Man, those lows are cooking.
Do you hear a rattle?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Should I move that mic?
Let's turn it all the way up and see what we got going on. Yeah, maybe.
I'm just gonna go try.
And we're back. Thanks for listening today, guys, to our ASMR special. This pedal is called the Quiet Whisper, and it does this to your tone. That sounded just like Alien.
Yeah, still haven't seen that one, but which is funny because lately
that movie Alien from 1979.
Hold on, was Arnold in that one or was he in Predator?
That's Predator.
Okay, then it makes. I've been on an Arnold. I just downloaded like a 700 and something page. It's called the Encyclopedia of Bodybuilding or something like that.
Oh yeah,
by the Arnold himself.
Smarnold Schwarzenegger.
Hey Arnold,
California, how are you doing?
Hey Arnold, what
a classic.
All right, let's go back to noon.
Let's do it. Nooner. Back at noon.
And cut. All right, so we Heard both pedals at noon, right? Before we went on our exploration odyssey.
Both guitars?
Yup. Sorry.
Just one pedal, guys. One pedal, two knobs.
I'm off my game.
It's because we had to troubleshoot
For like 2 hours.
2 hours.
Yeah. All right, so basically, I think it sounded just like an overall jump. But what I liked about it was it maintained so much low-end clarity.
Oh, man.
So much low-end clarity.
Yeah.
Booting down, restarting. We're even getting a little bit of rattle on the cabinet. Just there's so much low end, and we're only half on both. So let's maybe
crank it up
a little bit. I'm not hearing a lot of drive yet.
Let's find unity on the volume and then go through the gain control.
Yeah, why don't you turn those knobs for me?
Can I also just say, as a quick side note, these are my favorite style of knobs.
Yeah.
I don't know what they are. The first time I ever saw them was on a full drive, but I love those knobs so much. So way to go, guys. Okay, so the pedal is on. Off. Hop. I don't know. Was that part in there?
Oh yeah, that's the original. No, but it does a pretty good part on being transparent. You know, we set it at just a big G chord with it off. On. That's pretty daggum transparent.
That is pretty transparent.
From where I'm sitting, it's pretty daggum transparent.
And so that's gain is off, is all the way down, and then volume is sitting at about 10 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
So
let's start playing with the gain. Halfway?
How about both at 10?
Sure.
That's noon.
That sounds really nice.
3 o'clock. That sounds really good.
Yeah. All the way up on the gain?
The gain is diamond.
Sounds pretty ampy.
I like that.
Well, why don't we get that same tone?
Very ampy.
With those humbuckers.
The humbuggies. So I'll tell you what I was digging a little earlier. On the neck, it cleans up pretty well. What were we playing? So that's still amp, or that M drive is still on right there.
Ooh, wow. So it's touch sensitive, and it's sensitive to pulling back on that volume knob too.
Yeah, I feel like the lows there's a lot of lows with the.
There's a lot.
Oh, that's a.
I can feel that right in between my eyeballs.
Wow. Yeah, I like that.
There's a lot going on there.
I think I liked it more with the Strat a little bit.
Let me actually see that tone that. If any of you know the name of the Sherwood song that I just played the intro to, email us at rotator.party@gmail.com. Also, our Swedish fans were gone for a couple episodes. They're back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. That's bad. I'm sorry I did that.
I could say talk, which is thanks for coming home.
Yeah.
I don't know, that's all I know how to say.
Also, side note, if you are not from Oklahoma City and we don't know you personally, will you please email us and just say, hey, I listen.
Yeah. Email us, rotator.party@gmail, or we have an Instagram, rotator.party. We have a Facebook page. That is
inactive.
That is something. I don't know what the Facebook page is, but we would see a notification from it.
Yeah. Just let me go ahead and test that. I mean, surely if it's touch sensitive on the humbuckers, it will be on the single coils. But just so everyone can say that I did it.
Uh-oh.
The phones.
Do not disturb.
I deviated from the song. Yeah, cleans up great. Oh, hey, so this brings up a good point. Why don't you give me a good, straightforward, dotted eighth note sound on that Strymon dig? Just like that. Riff. Why this is such a popular pedal on worship guitarist boards.
You don't have to dance.
Yeah, like you can just kind of set this thing with some juice on it and just kind of change your dynamic of playing and sit right in, I think this sits right in that clean to boosted clean to just driving that a lot of worship music calls for. I mean, I have plenty of high gain pedals, and I mean, as much worship music as I play, they end up being kind of rare application.
No, totally.
This is a very utility pedal,
Yeah, it can do it all. I could even see this being kind of like a super hard-on, sort of you just put it at the front, leave it on. It
absolutely
broadens, like it brings some lows in, brings some highs in. Sounds really good.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of dirt. Should we dime the volume just to see what it does with the gain dimed? Which, by the way, all of that for the last...
Gain dimed, yeah.
So however long has been the gain all the way up in the volume.
Gain dime it.
10 o'clock.
Gain dime it.
Gain dime it.
Yeah, do it. Here, Kogan, it's all yours.
So that's all the way up.
Are you getting into some fuzz territory?
Going to the...
Oh, blah.
Has my tone been down the whole time? I don't know how to work this guitar. You know what's throwing me off? Is that the pickup selector is behind.
On the other side. Oh, yeah. That is different.
They've just turned it around and it's confusing me. Okay, now... Here. Ooh, did you hear that? That's a lot.
Let me try a little
like
bit.
A lot of that is coming out of the Bandmaster, Fender's kind of, well, some Fenders, like the Twin family, they get that almost fuzz overdrive when you crank them. And I feel like that's kind of where the Bandmaster sits.
Yeah, it is a... Oh.
Oh. Hey.
I just have to say this right quick, and then I'll explore. I think they really accurately named the pedal, because there are a lot of transparent... Okay, so for an example, a transparent drive that has a tone knob is
kind of oxymoron.
Essentially, right. It's essentially going to change something, right?
Yeah.
Or a bass and treble, clipping modes, all that stuff. What's really cool about this M drive is it's not just a boost, because there are some transparent drives that are just boosts.
Yeah.
This is an actual...
You have gain.
There's gain.
You have volume.
And volume. And it just really works well. I wasn't sure that I was into the hype, but it's really cool.
But it sounds great, yeah.
It sounds great. So why don't we just... I don't know. It makes me feel kind of riffy.
I think you like it.
I do like that pedal.
I know. I could see, especially as someone who, live, I run my amps right on the cusp of being like on fire.
Absolutely.
And so I feel like this would be great just to give it a little bit more of that, like bring some lows back in and just like really push the front end of the amp.
So I should mention, because we haven't yet, we mentioned that the guitar is from the Jared. This pedal is also from the Jared.
The Jared.
And so here's why he bought it. And he actually, he let me put it on my board for the last about week or so. I've probably played it, 4 or 5 times out in that time, in the last, I don't know, week or two. And the reason he bought it is because he has that Stulse amp that's like a low wattage amp.
Yeah. Which sounds great when we used it.
Which sounds fantastic. And he was like, it's a lower drive pedal, but I think that when I would use it to push the front end of that Stulse, that it would like really make it kind of liven up, and it would cover a lot of ground.
Yeah.
And I think he's right about that.
I agree.
And really, to be honest, I kind of rotate pedals in and out on my board, which is the...
Oh, you do? you rotate them?
Yeah, which is the whole point of the show.
Well, you a dang rotator.
I'm a dang rotator. I'm a tater head. But no, ever since I put it on the board just to kind of get acquainted with it, it's been really difficult to turn off. I just want it to be on all the time.
Yeah, I could see that being the case. If I used one for a while, I have that tendency. You just turn it on, you're like, well, it sounds better than it did off.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's what it's all about. You find that thing that makes it sound better. That's the whole point. The what I would love to hear through this?
The Bias.
Yeah, I'm curious to how much low end it retains with the bass guitar. There it goes again.
Should we get P Bass?
Oh,
jazz bass. I just love that P Bass so much. It's hard for me to not play it.
Yeah, I say P Bass. I like the P Bass.
Me too.
Zappy.
Before I play this bass, I do want to address one issue that I'm just now recalling as probably the reason I was so skeptical about this pedal. And it's because of the applications that I tended to hear it in. So I heard it on a lot of worship guitar players' boards. And in a lot of cases, what the worship guitar players end up having to do at a lot of places is they have to turn their amps down.
Okay.
And so
that makes sense.
To me,
because they're too loud.
Because they're too loud, and God can't move like that.
Nope.
God will come down from heaven and go, too loud.
It's too loud in here.
It's so loud in here, and he'll just go back to heaven.
That's it.
Because in heaven, it's real quiet. He runs a tight ship up there.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
Silent rejoicing.
Sound loud. So anyway, I feel like this drive going into a really quiet amp, that's where the tubes aren't really getting hot.
Yeah, not a lot of cooking going on.
I just don't think that it would do the kind of magic it does when that amp is right there near the breakup.
Yeah, I think that is the magic of the pedal, is that it adds a few frequencies in the low end, and it pushes it basically takes the front end of your amp, and that front end has to go on high alert.
Right.
Because we're cooking in here now.
Yeah.
There could be a grease fire. Who knows what's going to happen?
Get the flour ready in case there is.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you spray that thing with water, you're fired because you're just going to spread the fire.
Fired, yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You're fired.
I wonder if that's why this is...
Not a firefighter. You're firefighter.
Firefighter.
Fighter-fighter.
Fighter fired.
Fire fired. Fighter.
I thought you said firefighter fired. You're saying fighter fire fired.
Fighter fire fired, yeah.
Yeah, okay. No, totally. That's what they should have called this pedal.
Don't give away our ideas like that.
Fighter
please.
fire fired. TM.
TMZ. What's the drama?
What's the drama?
Okay.
We got the P Bass now.
Yeah, the P Bass is
Welcome
here.
back. Are you playing that through a guitar amp?
Yeah, I am.
What year is that again?
See, it's the great thing about Fenders is you can just flip the thing over and check.
It just tells you.
It's a 2010.
Nice. 2010 P Bass.
P Bass.
Through the 64 Bandmaster. Let's hear that with some M-Drive, all at noon. Should we run through the gain options kind of like we did earlier?
Yeah. Get it back at
So
Unity.
We'll get the volume back about 10-ish. Gain off.
Yep, that's it.
All right, pedal on. Gain off. There's noon. That's 3 o'clock.
There's a lot going on there.
Yeah. Yeah, there's quite a bit going on. It's like... Ooh, no, that's nice. Did you just roll down the volume there?
Yeah, I just rolled down the volume, and I even could probably boost it up more and stay clean, I think. I actually think it's cleaner
with the
sounding,
M-Drive on.
With the M-Drive on and the volume rolled down.
Okay,
here.
let's see.
It's certainly...
It's brighter.
It's brighter.
Much brighter. A lot brighter. Off. Yeah, I mean, it sounds nice on. Shall we see what happens if we just dime both of them?
Yep.
Okay, gain is already up. I am now moving the volume knob to the gain, to the dime to position. 3, 2, 1. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds good on the bass.
It does. I wish there was, and there probably is some way to dial it in to where you could treat it like that preamp thing.
Oh yeah,
You know, where it's like, I like the sound of that with the gain and stuff up, and then the volume rolled back.
Well, I think when we had the gain with the volume like here and the gain at noonish, was it still brighter? Maybe we could just push the volume a little bit.
Not quite. See about cranking the gain and then pulling the volume back a bit to see if...
So that's gain dimed volume at like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Where are your keys?
But I think I left it in the office. Hold on.
Sorry.
You're
Hope
fine.
you didn't lock yourself out of the office too.
I'm glad you had, yeah, I'm glad you
Jeez,
did.
I hope
If you
not.
weren't here, I would have just, I would have had to call Todd or somebody nearby. All my stuff is in my office.
Let me go check. Well, I had to help Sister Kelly go unlock the church office doors because she locked her keys inside. You know, and then I came back and Kogan's gone. I got a chigger bite. I was helping my grandpa run some PVC for a water trough for some cattle. And, and he's back.
Oh. Yeah. Still fuzz? Yeah, I think it's if we just pull the game back just a smidge here. That it seems a little brighter.
It still gets in
Still
this weird
fuzzy, though.
like fuzz, like low mids woofy kind of headspace. That here, put it back up.
Dimed. Yeah, I guess you just have to play with your volume. Turn down a little bit.
Anyway, my verdict is that it's fantastic if you're running into okay. Hold on. Here's another thing that we did not address. Is if you got a good instrument going into a good amp,
you don't need much else.
You don't need much else, and so something that's transparent can be your friend.
Ah, that's why this
Do you know
is
what I'm
white.
saying?
It's like salt. If you got
Use sparingly.
If you're a good chef and you've got a good cut of meat, most of the time all you need is a little salt.
Yeah.
And that puts it there.
And some ketchup. Kidding. That's a joke.
Hey, your Marlowe's showing.
My Marlowe's showing. Hey, man, look, I'm just saying.
I'm just saying I like ketchup on it.
I'm saying I like ketchup on it.
Oh, man. Well, I like it a lot. It's a great pedal.
Great pedal.
I think it sounds good. I have no idea how much they cost. I assume there is probably a website
that would allow you to find that information out.
If you typed in Emerson guitar pedals, Google would take you there, and you could buy one of these M-Drive pedals to use with your Fender Stratocaster.
Here's a fun segment.
Or your Telecaster.
Wait. Okay, I don't know if this would be a fun segment to do on the show or bad for future sponsors, is if we got on Reverb and to find out how much they cost and said if we think it's worth it or not.
Well, I'm almost always going to say no because I get really bad buyer's remorse. Like, I went to the gas station and put gas in my car and I had buyer's remorse about it. And I was like, man, I should have just stayed home. I didn't need to fill up. Why do I have to go anywhere? I should just sell this car. Like that sort of thing.
Yeah. Let's just not do.
We could get that last little part out. Anyways, email us, rotator.party@gmail.com. Subscribe. Leave a
review.
A review. That's what they're called.
Those
we have so few of those that I don't even know what they are.
Yeah. I don't even know what they're called.
If you're listening to the podcast and you haven't left a review and you like it, then leave us a review. If you hate it, maybe just email us.
Yeah.
And then berate us, but maybe don't I don't know.
I'm pretty sure podcast law is that unless you've emailed first with an opportunity for us to correct ourselves, you're not allowed to say something bad about us in public.
I feel like this is a good way for us to get somebody to give us a bad review just because they want to spite us for asking them not to. So I'm just going to say, leave us a review, email us, hit us up on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. We have a website, rotator.party.
Yep.
I don't know what else to say.
Well, here's what I'll say is I'm Chance.
And I'm Kogan.
And this was Rotated the Pedal Party.
Peace.
See ya!
Charlize, you mean the world to me. Every day is a party.
A party for you. Ooh, string through body.